Hi guys. I'm gonna do World Events Autowrite 11. I actually started this back in February and I didn't get it done. And so I'm just gonna try to get through this. I want to get it done. I added to it tonight. Um, and I don't know, it really drained me. And I don't even remember what I wrote, and I'm not even sure how it's gonna go or what I got. I don't know. It didn't feel like it was that good, but I always feel that way. So, well, that's interesting that the balls are going off right now. I don't think anything caused that. Anyways, all the ways to support me are down below in the description box. There's a link tree if you want to send tips or if you want to schedule an appointment or look at for my book or anything like that. But free for you is liking, subscribing, and if you want to click the share button and the copy link, you don't have to actually share it if you don't want to, but that does help. That does help everything grow and the algorithm to work out. If you follow me here and you don't follow me on TikTok and you have TikTok, please do so there as well. I'm trying to grow both platforms. Sorry, I have something in my mouth. Sorry, I kissed my cat and ate some of her hair. Anyways, all right, so I'm gonna get to it now. Keep in mind, as I always tell you guys, I don't realize I'm reading fast. Okay, I kind of get a little dazed whenever I'm reading this. I have a little bit of ADHD, and my Mercury's in Aquarius, so I do read fast. There is a way to slow me down, so just do that. Please don't complain. This is who I am, and I can't control it. Okay, I do try to keep in my mind to keep it slow for people, but I am who I am. So there is a way to slow me down if you need to do so. I can't make everybody happy. Some people say slow me down. Some people say they speed me up. I don't know. So I like to mention that because I get a lot of comments on that. All right. All right. So this is World Events Autowrite 11. If I get anything else while I'm doing this, I'll let you guys know because that does happen sometimes. All right. So first, started this on February 15th, 2024. Yes, there's 10 more. Check the playlist. There's a playlist called World Events. A lot has already happened in them, but not everything. Some may yet to come. It may be years from now, or days from now, or months from now, weeks from now. These are world prediction. They have no timing. They're just an auto write. As a psychic medium, I'm not meant to stop something from happening. Things happen if they're meant to. It's why we don't usually get specific information. We can't stop what's meant to be. There are also validation of gifts and spirit, and predictions are not to scare anyone, but to make us aware and vigilant. When spirit starts to give random vision, that's when I know it's time to do another auto write, as everything has timing. There are more negative things in these. That's more to warn about. I have no control on what spirit chooses to show me. Things have to look as I describe. We don't make things fit. Auto writing is a form of channeling. Information can be past, present, or future, and there's going to be a link in the description box below on what an auto write is and all of that. But with auto write, I'm just an open channel. They can give me whatever they want to give me. So again, can be past, present, future. Usually future though, as these are future predictions. Things can be symbolic, metaphoric, not always literal in the way that I see them. They can also have multiple meanings. I notice it sometimes when I see a vision that happens and then it's like a spiral or something similar events after. Like we've had times where there's like one parachute thing and then it became like a multiple thing. Same thing with crashes. Like it's like a spiral event. It's kind of weird. So it's like, which one did I get? It's kind of odd how that works, but I try to get as specific as I can, and I notice that the closer something gets to happening, the more information I'll get on it, and it does kind of repeat in different auto writes. If it's further away, then I get less, and it will continue coming in auto writes until it's about to happen. Sorry about that. Also, again, I already explained the ADHD thing, but I did write it on here. This is for entertainment purposes only. Okay, viewer discretion is advised for some people that are sensitive. All right, although I do try to remain as respectful and modest as I can. All right. So this was the first part that I got in February. I don't know if anything's happened yet. I kind of read this on a live already to give everybody a sneak peek. Things got too chaotic in my head and I had to stop. It was just too much. There's too much coming in at once. I couldn't decipher things and I was just really struggling with it. Tonight it was more of I'm having a hard time with information coming in and flowing. But I every time I said that and I tried to end it, I'd get more. So I'm just gonna read what I write because it is an auto write. Okay. I channel different ways, and this is one of the ways that I channel by writing. So I am reading my previous channel. And I explain things for people that are new on the channel. Okay. I say things for a reason, I explain things for a reason. I like to explain how this works. Okay. So first I'm going to just put out the visions I've seen lately. I did make a video of a commercial plane crash. It's not a small plane, it's a commercial plane. I get a reference to the show Ghost Whisperer when that plane crashed in the field. I've gotten a reference to Spirit Airlines and Southwest. That was already posted, and then they've had some like scares happen with that, and that was already posted. I think I made a little video or something. So that's already been talked about, and they did have scares with that. So it could just be us picking up the scares, but there is, I feel like, still going to be one. Like we're having all these like warnings, if that makes sense. But a couple things that I have been seeing that I repeated when I was driving over and over, I kept seeing a jet blow up in the sky. It didn't land and blow up, it blew up in the sky. And then it was a larger jet. It reminded me more of like a military larger jet, not a small one. Also, I started to go through our border patrol here and I saw a car plow into it. Now, it's not the one that happened in New York. This is something new. I wouldn't be seeing something that already happened because that's not helpful. Kind um kind of think about made me think about like Texas. I did see when I was driving through mine in Arizona though. I also right now see military truck driving into something. It's kind of that soft top on it. I don't know what they're called, but I kept seeing that drive into a building and blow up. I also see a large building with lots of windows crumbling like it's been blown up. This year is going to be more volatile and chaotic with Pluto entering into Aquarius, and we've got some other stuff that's happening. Unfortunately, when things are negative, it tends to attract more dark. I ask everyone send as much light as they can and as much love. That's what the world needs right now. Love one another. That's the most important thing. Be nice to one another. I got this before, but there's a reference to large electric impulse sweeping across the sky. There's reference to October for that. For a long time, I've been getting military stuff and war stuff. I unfortunately see all that as well, but I feel like a deployment of troops. I don't know if Gaza makes sense in some way, but there's also a reference to warships that came in um earlier auto rates. So you can check the earlier Autowrites for that. It's just coming in again. And this was in February. So I see rocks crumbling off of a mountain. It's kind of weird. I'm not sure what that means, but it's like rocks in the mountain just kind of crumble off. I don't know. So I started this Autowrite in February, but it was too chaotic in my head, so I had to step away. I'm trying to get back to it today. I thought is the time for a new one, so I'm trying to tap in and finish. This is July 14th, 2024. And I'm recording this at 2 o'clock in the morning. So I don't do political readings, but if something comes in, it comes in. I truly feel like there is more behind this with Trump, and I've gotten the assassination a few times in previous auto rates. And so that's why I asked Lizzie, like, when we made this, short, and I was like, are we sure it's that? Because that was an attempt, like it didn't happen. She's like, well, if you turned his head, it would have, but I don't know if that's it, if something else is going to happen or if I was seeing the attempted. So I just want to throw that out there because I always felt like it was him, but I was fearful to say anything, and people that follow me know why, because of how people are with him. But my astrology friend explained to me that Uranus and Mars were on his midheaven right now, so he's in danger for another week or so. We will see if anything else comes through in regards to that. I keep feeling like bombshell things are going to drop in terms of the election, by the way, or in terms of who is going to end up being president. And it feels like we will get a younger step in due to other circumstances that I've stated in previous auto rates. And I don't like to go into this, but this is what was coming in. I have felt for a while that Biden, I don't like to make these kind of predictions, that Biden is unwell, and I always get a reference to his head and brain, and I don't feel Trump will get away with his misdealing so far. Regardless, anything that happens with him will cause unrest as far as I'm going with that. I won't do politics or anything on Trump because I read energy and people really don't like what I have to say on that subject. So, But I keep feeling like something shifts and we get a totally different president, younger male with darker features. I always get like brown hair. I hear the word senator, so I don't know if he's been previous senator or if that's coming in for another reason. But I also see a flag at half mast, so I'm not sure if that's in relation to a president or not. And I don't like to make these predictions. Spirit knows I don't. But there's a reference to a casket and it will repeat unless I say it. So I have to say it. Not making a prediction on anything else. I'm just giving you guys what I was shown. I'm leaving that there. I've been told that Trump is one of the luckiest charts ever, and that's how he seems to escape a lot. Just throwing that out there too. There's a reference to earthquake and a crack in the earth. I don't know why they are showing me Indiana as well. I don't know if it goes together or not, but like again, I don't know if that's related, but they also show me a China flag and I see something catastrophic there. Not sure when, but it's hard to tell exactly what it is. But I hear in ruins. This time that I'm doing this is kind of chaotic because of the Mars Uranus aspects going on right now in astrology. There's a reference to Target. I'm not sure why. If it's the store or what, because I just see like a Target sign. I'm kind of struggling a bit with this Autowrite, to be honest. They show me a larger tornado and they put an F5 in it. They also give me the word Toronto. I'm not sure if it's the same reason, like if it goes together or not, or it's something different. I keep getting a subway train as well, and I hear the word derail. I feel like it's a larger type city, reminds me of New York, and I feel like it was underground, someplace similar. Someone's placing a baby boy in a dumpster by a hospital. I feel it's a boy because I see it wrapped in a blue blanket, and I get a reference to what looks like a hospital medical center. I also keep getting a bomb of some sort somewhere, and I don't know, I hear the words federal building. I hear inside job. King Charles is coming up. It's coming across like something like the end of the year before 2025. I keep getting a reference to December. Um, or they take me to the end of the year and mention his health. So either he will start to decline or we will hear something. I don't want to say the other, but I keep getting 25 with that. So before 2025, or not sure, or in 2025, there's a reference to a concert. I don't know what that's about. I can hear shots fired as well as stage and lights. There's also reference to Las Vegas. I also see a body on the side of the road. Looks to be sandy, a sandy area or like a lot of dirt, and her hair looks lighter, like more blondish. I'm not really sure who she is, but they keep showing her off the side of the road. I don't know if they're launching more spaceships or anything with an X on it. I don't know if the X is significant or not. I just kept seeing an X. I see it take off and blow up at some point. I feel like that's come up before. There's a reference to a multi-car pileup. I also hear 10, so I don't know if that's 10 cars or what that is. October, I'm not sure. I also get the reference to tanker sliding like I did before. It's in the same instant. I don't know if it's the same instance or different. They show me Lady Liberty statue. Don't know why I'm getting that. They show me a ship of some sort sinking. I don't know. It looks larger. It has railings like around it. Um, I I feel like there will be more shootings, kind of ramp up for a bit, and I hear the word St. Louis, so not sure why. There's something with huge catastrophe that is happening. I don't know why New Orleans is coming in right now. Um, Anyways, there's something with a huge catastrophe that's happening. I can't really tell what it is. It feels like rubble and a lot is destroyed. I hear that word, catastrophe. So I'm not sure. It feels like it could be somewhere near water. It also truly feels like it doesn't truly feel like the States, but I'm not exactly sure where. And they show me a huge wave that's come in several times before. I see a lot of fire, and my attention is taken to Australia for some reason. I'm taken back to the large fires they had there a few years ago. There's a bridge that's collapsing. I just see it crumble and fall into the water. I also see someone hanging off a cliff. Like they have one hand and they're just hanging there. Not really sure what that's about. There's something with banks, like a few banks closing or getting hacked. I'm not sure. Just see banks and money and then it's like crossed out. I hope I'm right about this because it's weird what they're showing me, but I really don't like these kind of predictions. But they show me remains identified and they show me Caleb Harris's face. So I'll leave that there. I also feel like there is going to be a couple of cases solved by DNA, and we will there'll be like bigger cases or like cold cases. Um I know that's happening a lot, but these will be like kind of like bombshell, like big cases. And we will hear more on John Bonet or Madeline McCann. Like I was seeing those two cases coming to the forefront. Um, and that might be the whole Saturn and Pisces thing too. But they also show me like the zodiac. So I don't know if that means that more info will come out about him. There'll be a copycat, I'm not sure, or a group connected to him, but there's a highlight on online sleuths as well. This reading is weird. I don't know, I'm struggling to get much, and then when I do, it feels like, "What?" Of course, these kind of auto rates always feel like that, and then it ends up, like, all making sense, but I feel like more will be tied to Rex. They were mentioning him as well. I'm going to do an Into the Mind on him soon, but they keep putting 15 with him, so I don't know if that's victims or what, but they say they may tie at least a couple more, as well as a couple more to BTK in prison. I don't know why they are bringing this up, but I can't control what comes in. I don't know. I get the word bombshells. Like there's going to be some bombshells that are going to happen in the coming months or whatever. This has come in before, but I also get a reference to medical advancements in many things. There's reference to Alzheimer's and also Hodgkin's, but there's also advancements in like bionic parts, which that's come in before, and like futuristic stuff. Like with the eyes as well. Like I keep getting like it kind of reminds me of freaking Terminator, like the eye, the eye, that computer eye, like that's what it reminds me of. I don't know. Um I lost my place. And I keep seeing a chip in the brain. So I do know that that's been said before, but they're showing it to me anyways. So I don't know if there will be advancements or if they will actually put it to use, but you also see a lot more in cancer and new things coming out that ways to prolong life. Also for some reason I know that there's going to be a plant about cancer, but it feels like there's going to be more natural remedies for stuff as well that's going to like come up, or like another new plant, another new species, another new kind of medication. And there's something about migraines that's coming in too. So maybe another like way to help that, but it feels like, sorry, this is coming in as I'm talking, you guys. It's not what I wrote down. I get like some kind of light therapy or something for migraines. I don't know. I get like the red light therapy in like the brain or something. I don't really understand that, but it is kind of coming in randomly. Um, Also, there's something with DNA that's coming up. So they show me blood and then the word DNA. So there may be another advancement. I hear the words radical groups, so I don't know if someone will merge or what. There's a reference to an unaliving suicide, unaliving situation, MS situation. I don't know how else to say that. I don't know what I'm allowed to say on here. Red rum, unaliving situation. I see a man with a pew pew unalive his family and then himself. He seems to have grayish hair and is older. He feels like he might be someone kind of important. I don't know. It will be a shock of some sort. I don't know why that's coming in. There's a reference to 5, so I don't know if that's 5, including him or his 5 family members. There's a reference to another helicopter crash. I just see the helicopter hit the ground, like kind of spiraling and hit the ground. And after saying Mayday, Mayday, and I can hear the noise that you would hear like inside when it's going down, like the beep, beep, beep. I keep hearing that too. Um, I think they might find part of the Malaysia flight. I keep getting reference to the wing or part of the plane being found in some sort of like underwater ravine type thing by an island close to where scientists are looking. I'm seeing news articles and clips on that, and that would kind of match with my reading. But some part will be found somewhere. I see a lot of pets like dogs and cargo coming over being saved from somewhere. I get a reference to a guy who just starts stabbing people randomly. There's a reference to the 15th of a month. I want to say it's this month, but it could be any month. But it feels like it kind of feels like around the corner, but it feels like something big could happen. I also get a reference to more chaos kind of, and it feels like there's a new serial killer that will emerge or be caught. I don't know, he's a white, feels like he's older. I'm really not sure when this will happen, but it's like they connect a few cases in the area or a few cases to him. He's got blue eyes, brown hair. The hair is not too dark brown, it's like a lighter brown, kind of regular brown. He feels like he's like, I don't know, I'm having a hard time seeing more on him. He felt like a bigger guy, but I can't really get an age on that guy because sometimes he feels older and younger. It's like one of those situations. I want to say like 40s, but I'm not sure, so don't quote me on that. There's reference to smaller restaurant. I don't know. It feels like someone comes in and starts shooting. There's reference to a very large hurricane also going to hit pretty hard. I get like Florida, Georgia, Carolinas. I don't know why I hear the name Greta either. I don't know if we've already had one called that or not, but I don't know. Not getting much else right now. I was struggling with this one. Oh, seeing this is when I stop and then more comes in. I see this car whizzing around these curves on like a hilly area and it seems to go off the road and down the side of the cliff, which was weird because when I was trying to tap into that one girl in Hollywood that was missing, that's what I kept seeing. So I'm just wondering if I was tapping into it back then. And I don't know. So I keep getting that as well. Although also there's a reference to a body in a suitcase. I think this happened recently, but it feels like there may be another one or something or more. Because they show me the suitcases and a body in there. And then they take me back to Sarah Boone. I know she's ridiculous. But yeah, I get guilty with her, although I think we already know, like, she's lost all her lawyers and it's not looking great for her. But they flash a guilty in front of her anyways. But the suitcases I'm getting aren't related to her. They just gave it at the same time, I think, because of the suitcase reference. But it may be the work of a serial. But I also get more bodies coming out of the water in a couple places. One is Ladybird Lake. Yes, I know they just pulled the 13th body or something out. I feel like there's gonna be more. I feel like more will merge there, but also other waterways. It might not happen until after the Saturn and Pisces, or it might be due to flooding or some other reason. Um, it's just gonna depend. But I also get people rafting and something about an accident and drowning. And when are the Golden Globes? So I don't know. They're mentioning that, and also showing me Matt Perry. I was getting a headache all of a sudden. There's reference to 4. So I don't know if that's people months, not sure. Not know what it means, but I also see his face on something like a tribute, and I hear indictment as well. And I know that's kind of going on, but that's what's coming in. So I really do think that's all I'm getting right now. It doesn't seem like I got much or that it was all that great, but I don't know if things are not clear. I also had a headache the whole time. Not sure why. It could be dehydration, or it could be the channeling. I struggled a bit on this one, but it is some information. Also, there's reference to something like pox or something similar, like with sores on people. This came in before, but they look like pox, but they aren't original chicken pox. There's also a reference to splitting up blood. So it might be some kind of weird pandemic or disease. I don't know if it's a sign of something else or what. I also get a reference to a bottle like with poison danger sign on it. Like it would be like either a bad chemical like anthrax or something. I can't remember what the sign for, but it would be like a biochemical or man-made illness, something like that. Um, is how I can take that symbolism. So not really sure what that's about, but every time I think I'm done, more comes in. And then they show me a black dog that saves somebody from drowning in water, and that comes in too. Okay, I think that's it for reals now. So, um, that's it for Autowrite 11. Hang on to everything. Um, and then there's a whole playlist for this. And because people are always like, oh, when did you get that? Where is that? Everything is in a playlist. All my cases are in playlist. And the world events playlist is there for all of these. So, thank you for liking, subscribing, sharing, being a part of this channel. Sorry, I'm a little out of it. I will see you guys next time.